Okay, so classroom people, you were dismissed. People who are not just here for the classroom portion. If you're here for the fluff too, give me a heart. Let me see. Let me see some hearts, because I want to show y'all this fluff is like so fun. Okay, when we had our 100th chat, we had 3 sponsors of the 100th chat, and they were people who were kind enough to donate product so that we could have our 100th chat. One of those, none of them sent me money, so we did not get any money off of this, but one of them sent me, and actually we are making something with fluff. So one of the, and see, okay, wait, I missed it, but somebody's already found a like-minded person just by doing your homework here. Anyway, so that's how accountability buddies are made. That right there is how accountability buddies are made. But one of the 3 sponsors that we had, so we had Cut to Carb, which is a flatbread, and we had Simple Living Products, which is an air fryer, and we had Dax, which is a spices company. They sponsored our 100th chat and had this lovely giveaway that was like $200, I think, of things for our 100th chat. But because we hosted it, Cut to Carb was kind enough to send us some of their flatbreads so that we could try them, so that our group could try them. So I actually had an opportunity to talk to the creator of Cut to Carb. So anyway, so she was kind enough to send me these so that our group could try them. And yes, I know that it's backwards. YouTube people, calm down, calm down. But she was kind enough to send us some so that we could try, so that we could also try them. And I had an opportunity to talk to her over the weekend. Like, talk to her by phone over the weekend. I'm gonna ask her for permission to share a little bit about her story and to get some more information on her story. I had no idea. I had no idea why she created this product. I mean, I'm a consumer. I always assume, I always assume everybody is creating and selling things to sell things. Well, she's not. I mean, yes, she wants to make money off of her product. But her story, I'm going to have to ask her for permission for it. Anyway, let's just say another one that touched me. But because of what she's already lived through and what she's trying to avoid going forward, and I will just say that, hello, Kimberly, she has created a product that is super thin. And I'll show you one in just a second, but it's super thin. But let me tell you this, it is GMO free. So there's no genetically modified, genetically modified organisms, I think. So it's GMO free, it's vegan. So any vegans out there, you're gonna love it. Two smart points for the whole thing, and I think it is 2 smart points for a half of one. No, it's for a whole sheet. Wow, okay, good to know. Soy free, so if any of you have any issues with soy, it is soy free. And let me think, there was something else on the back here. Oh, this was what I wanted to tell you. So, okay, this is what it's made out of. So these are made out of filtered water, unbleached flour, whole wheat flour, psyllium husk, salt, and yeast. That's it. That's all. That's all that it's made out of. Yeah, that's like crazy. They are so good. So Laura wants to know if they're tasty. Okay, first let me show them to you. Okay, I just started playing with these. So today was really the first day that I played with them. Look how thin these are. Okay, so when we were giving them away, I was really struggling with how to describe them because I had never had them. A ton of people on Instagram were going crazy over them. Okay, I'm gonna say, I don't know what kind of voodoo magic she put into this, but these things are crazy. Let me show you what I made literally in the hour before the chat started. Because I'm thinking, okay, it's a low carb, it's a low carb flatbread. Oh, and it's low carb too. So it's a low carb flatbread. And I'm thinking, okay, how many wraps can I make? Oh, and Angie wants to know where did you get them? So I got them from Cut to Carb, and as far as I know, the only way to purchase them is online. They are a little bit, they're more expensive than some of the ones that you can get at the grocery store, but the ones at the grocery store don't just have filtered water, unbleached flour, whole wheat flour, psyllium husk, salt, and yeast. I can pronounce everything that's in here. and I know what everything that's in here is. And taters, just, they are huge. They are huge. But the website is CutDaCarb. It's CutDaCarb.com. And you need to follow them on Instagram. Or, you know, and go to their website. And I think they might be kosher too. I'm not sure what the symbol is. But it's like this bag has 12 sheets in the bag. The serving size is 1 sheet, which is 37 grams. That whole sheet is only 80 calories. It's only 80 calories. Yeah, and Janice, that's what we're going to talk about in a second. That's the voodoo magic I'm talking about. So the carbs, so for 1 sheet, there's 0.5 total fat grams, 0 saturated fat, 0 cholesterol, 170 milligrams of sodium. It has 0 vitamin D, calcium, 67 milligrams of calcium, and it is CutDaCarb. Here, I know this is backwards, but it's CutDaCarb. Yeah, that's what they're called. And, oh, and they're nut-free as well. They're dairy. Oh, they are kosher. Okay, they're vegan, soy-free, dairy-free, kosher, and nut-free. It would help if I read the entire bag. But the carbohydrates are 14 grams for that whole sheet. 5 grams of fiber. What? That's more fiber than some of you all are getting. And there's 3 grams of protein and a little bit of iron, a touch of iron in there. So, but not, you know, not too much. So let me show you real quick because it is already 15 till. This is how big this sheet is. Okay. So here's me. Here's me. Here is the sheet. This thing is huge, huge. Everything that I made for today, I cut it in. The biggest one that I used was a fourth of one. I do not know. Loretta wants to know if Amazon sells them. So let me tell you this, though. Right now, I only know that you can get them on their website. I do not know any other way to purchase them yet. I will find out. That is part of what the owner, her name is, oh gosh, Miriam. Sorry, her name is Miriam. And no, Carol, they are not gluten-free. I mean, this is like miracle anyway that they're this thin. So sorry, she's going to have to work on a thin version of a, you know, of a gluten-free one. But Miriam, when I was talking to her, she and I are trying to come up with some like questions and answers about CutDaCarb because they are so, it's so unusual, and people are, she's getting a lot of questions, like a ton of questions. So anyway, so she and I are working on some question and answer things, and I will try to get, so if you all have questions about CutDaCarb, let me know what they are, and I will include them in our Q&A, you know, Q&A that we do about it. But so, okay, so what did I do with it? Okay, because y'all know I've been out of town, then we had, so we went to Disney for a week, then we did, got back and had Mom in the hospital still, or again, let's see, so we got her out, then she went right back, then she came, you know, then she got out, then my dad went in, and yes, Bernice, you can freeze them. That question I can't answer, but thank you for reminding me about that, because I want to put that in our Q&A. But anyway, so we've been, you know, busy. So tonight, or today, was the first time that I've had a chance to actually play with them, and let me just say, I went crazy. Yeah, so Sylvia wants to know how you store them. If you buy a lot, that will be in the Q&A, but you can put it in, you can put it in the freezer, but when you put them in the freezer, when you take them out, you need to use them. Do not refreeze them. Refreeze them one time and then take them out and use them. I went through 3 sheets in what I made tonight. And Laura wants to know how Mom is. Mom is back at the nursing home, and she actually had a really good day yesterday, a really good day. So I was pleased with that. Anyway, so the first thing that I made was this. So this is 1 CutDaCarb, and I cut it into, so remember, one whole one has 2 points. So the whole thing has 2 points. But this is one sheet, and I cut it into, let me think, how many pieces would this be? Like 16 pieces maybe. And remember, I just did this, so I don't have all this information written down. But this is 16 pieces. And I lightly sprayed the, thank you, Laura, but I lightly sprayed the front and back of them with some coconut oil spray. You could also use a butter flavored spray. Because this one's sweet, I would not use olive oil spray. It's okay on sweet stuff, but I much prefer coconut nonstick spray. But anyway, I lightly sprayed the front and back, and then I used a little bit of Truvia baking blend, and then the Dax chocolate crave. Used some of that on there. Okay, listen, now these have been sitting out here for a little while, and yeah, I'm sorry, they do have a tiny bit of cinnamon on them too, but listen to this. Okay, could you all hear that? What kind of magic is this? Oh, and I put them in my air fryer on 400 for 3 minutes. The first batch, I let them go for 4 minutes. Nope, they were done, they were dead. So 400 for 3 minutes. I mean, look, I don't know if y'all, can y'all hear this? Listen. Can you hear how crispy that is? I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy. It made chips. How does it even do that? That's why I'm saying this is voodoo magic. How does this even happen? But anyway, I will taste one for you. Is Angie there? Angie loves it when I taste things. Angie? Yeah, and Laura says this sounds like her cup of tea. This would be awesome with a cup of tea. With a cup of tea. Can you hear that? Listen, I'm so interested in y'all being able to hear how crispy this is. This is, I mean, insanity. I don't understand it. I do not understand this, but listen. Is that not crazy? I don't understand how this works. I do not understand how this works. That is so light. It is so light, so crisp, so crazy crunchy. And yes, Stacey, it would be good with some fruit salsa. So, oh, yeah, sorry, Angie was getting the price for us while I was doing that. But is that not insane? Okay, and you're gonna get to hear me eating some more. So again, this is one, and yes, at some point, I will be posting this. Air fryer, 400, 3 minutes. It was lightly sprayed with coconut nonstick spray, and then I sprinkled on some Truvia baking blend and the Dax chocolate crave. And if you're new, Dax is located on daxspices.com, and it's their chocolate crave, which has a little bit of cinnamon in there. And the recipes that they have online, they've got like pizzas and roll-ups, and I mean all these. And I do not do keto. And honestly, I don't really condone it. But anyway, that's for a whole nother topic. But the seasoning is called Dax, and I know it's backwards. I'm sorry, Dillo. It's Dax Chocolate Crave. And we will try to talk about that another time. But anyway, but yeah, I will try to get this posted. And, but yeah, that whole thing would only be 2 smart points if you ate the whole thing. Yeah, it would only be 2 smart points. Okay, and because now I've got us down to 9 minutes, I'm gonna go quickly. This one is the one with the fluff. So Barbara, are you there? Yeah, you could make nachos. Kim said they would make great turkey nachos. Okay. This, look at these little beauties. Are those not adorable? Okay, Barbara, if you're there, because Barbara loves the fluff. And if my Mary was here, she loves the fluff too. And Debbie, I think we do still have a code for Dax, and Barbara is there. So the code for Dax is just Egg Lady, and it's all run together, EGGLADY. And then Popsicle, I didn't, oh, did you just sneak in, Popsicle? I started to say, I didn't see you there. But yeah, so I think our code for Dax Spices is Egg Lady, EGGLADY. But look at these. So this is another one. John and I already tested one of them, so one is gone. So this was just one of the cut to carb, cut into fourths, and then again lightly sprayed with the coconut oil nonstick spray, and then it's got 1 tablespoon of fluff spread about halfway down and to the end, and then I put some. I did not have PB2. I don't have PB2 this time. I have True Nut, like the peanut butter powder or the peanut powder, sprinkled on there, and then rolled it up. Also 400 degrees in my air fryer, 400 degrees for 3 minutes. Okay, see, and look how yummy those look. Okay, and are y'all ready? I'm gonna break it in half and try it for you. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and do this without making too much of a mess. I mean, is this not crazy how crisp that is? How crispy and yummy that is? Okay, so these are a little bit more points because if you ate the whole thing, it would be 2 points. If you ate all 4 of them, it would be 2 points for the entire, and yes, Sylvia, it is Marshmallow Fluff, but I buy Fluff brand. You can get other brands. But it would be 2 for the whole wrap, the whole cut to carb, and it would be 4 for the fluff, and then I think it's 1 for the peanut butter, but that's if you ate all 4 of them. But yeah, so listen. So it's a fluffernutter. So it's basically, let me find it in where you can see everything. But it is basically, it's not just basically, it is. It's a fluffernutter. It's like a, I don't know what to call it. It's like a fluffernutter roll-up or something. But holy cow. Holy cow. And this is so much easier. I have tried doing this with phyllo dough. You can't do it. I can't mess with phyllo dough. I don't know. I can't get phyllo dough to roll correctly or whatever. It just falls apart on me. This, how does this do this? Please, Miriam, please tell us what this magic is, because it's crazy. It's like phyllo dough. So it's a fluffernutter egg roll. Yeah, Kim's exactly right. Oh my gosh. So good. Like, I'm probably going to eat all the rest of those when we get off here. Okay. Oh, and let me show you. Let's see. Somebody asked about fluff. Hold on. So the fluff brand I buy looks like this. So that, yeah. And yay, 111, Lisa says. Okay. So, oh, Janice, I didn't even think about that. Janice said if you added chocolate crave, would it make it a s'more? Oh, probably. Good night, Nancy. I don't know. I was already going berserk, so you'll just have to forgive me. Okay, and Laura, even if I did binge on these, that'd be like, what, 7 points? Big deal. And yes, Claudia, I thought about that with a banana inside. Okay, so, and yes, Laura, Amazon does have fluff too. The last one, the last thing, because we have 5 minutes left. Ooh, look at these. Okay, this is, oh no, Barbara's on a 21-day fast. What? So this is some harissa, I think it's pronounced harissa salsa, that Casey got for me at Trader Joe's. And I gotta admit, it's a little spicy even for me. But that's some harissa salsa. And then these, again, one of them's missing because John and I had to test it. You know, we have to make sure it's safe for you all. And yes, it is so much thinner than a Joseph's flatbread. I love Joseph's. This is so much thinner. And plus it has, what was it, 5 ingredients in it or whatever. So we already ate one of these to make sure that they were safe for you all. And when I told John, so I took 2 bites and then I let John have it, and he tried to hand it back to me, and I said, well, if you like it, you can have the rest of it. It was gone. But this, again, it was one that was cut. It was a cut to carb, cut into 4 pieces, and this time lightly sprayed with olive oil nonstick spray. And then I took a mozzarella string cheese. So I took 2 mozzarella string cheeses because I made 4 of these, and I cut those in half with a pizza cutter and rolled them up, and then made sure that this side was down so that they wouldn't, you know, like spring apart and come apart. And again, 400 degrees for 3 minutes. I guess that's my magic number. Nobody told me to use this number, but I guess that's my magic number. And look at these puppies. Okay. And yeah, Tatters, I'll tell him you said thank you. So look, here again, crispy. So it's crispy on the outside, and the cheese is fighting me. And then melted, and when these were piping hot, oh my gosh, these were so good. So good. So let's try it with a little bit of the harissa salsa. So, doesn't have to be harissa. It can be any kind. Again, crispy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is supper for tonight. So supper for tonight. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Can y'all hear how crispy these are? I don't know why. I don't understand. I do not understand why these are so crispy. It's just an air fryer. It is this. It's a cut to carb, a little bit of non-stick spray in an air fryer. I mean, I've been watching people for days. Oh yeah, marinara sauce would have been really good, Debbie, but I don't have any. But I've been watching people for days, and yes, Tedders, trust me, now that I've tested this will definitely be on my Super Bowl game day snack list. But for days, you know, sitting in the hospital waiting, and yes, Laura, come on and eat some. I'm sorry, and Betty wants to know how many points for that. So that would be 2, if you ate all 4 of those, that would be 2 points for, I mean, yes, you can freeze them, Popsicle, but that would be 2 points for the cut to carb for the whole thing if you ate all 4 of them. And then I used, and Loretta, it's because my brain is always going pew, 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 like that. They're not great ideas. They're just, you know, I don't know. It's just it going out and grabbing stuff. But anyways, it'd be 2. So it'd be 2 points for if you ate all 4 of them for the cut to carb. The kind of mozzarella cheese sticks that I buy, that would be, let's see, 6 and 1. So that would be 2, 8, 9. So that would be 9 for 4 of them. With the salsa that I had, it would be 8. So basically, I guess they would be 2, maybe 2 points each. Maybe I'll have to go back and do the math on that. But maybe 2 points each. But my gosh, and look, I mean, look how big that is. So that's not tiny. And I was actually thinking, you know what, for tomorrow night for dinner, I could stick a turkey hot dog in that. Like, only cut it in 2 maybe. Stick a turkey hot dog in that and a piece of cheese and roll it up and air fry that. Yeah. And yes, Laura, yeah, air mind brainstorming. But again, how does this thin sheet that she's come up with, that's only like 5 ingredients, let me see before I keep saying that. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 ingredients. So 6 ingredients. How does that end up being so crisp? I don't know. Still kind of freaking me out. But anyway, I get to ask her. So Miriam has agreed to let me ask her some questions, and as she can, because I don't want to stop your all's orders from coming because she's trying to answer all my questions. But if y'all have questions about cut to carb, if you've already bought some, like she said, you know, she's got a couple of most frequently asked questions, you know, like, can you freeze them? You know, things like that. You do need to keep them in the refrigerator when, if you're not working with them. But so she has some frequently asked questions that she wants me to help her answer. But if you all have any, please post them. And I'll try not to drive her crazy. But trust me, we're going to be experimenting with these, and I have a feeling this is going to be a great addition, you know, to our If You Have an Egg lives, to our WW lives. But y'all can thank Dax Spices and Simple Living Products for even recommending this. I'd seen them, didn't really know anything about them, wasn't gonna buy them, wasn't gonna try them. They both recommended that I contact her about our 100th chat, and they both sent her messages about it because they love this product. And now we know why. So anyway, it's cut to carb. If you all go order any, I'm not getting any money back. Just tell her that the egg lady sent you. Sweet lady. Sweet lady. And and Angie wants to know, after you thaw shrimp, how long is it good for in the refrigerator? I don't know. Does anybody know that? Does anybody have that information? But again, cut to carb. Holy cow. So y'all know what I'm going to be doing as soon as we get off here. So I have a nice little dinner and snack and dessert, you know, set up for while we're, you know, downloading the video to get it ready for YouTube. So send me your questions. Send me your questions about cut to carb at cutdacarb.com. Send me your questions. I'll make sure that Miriam gets them answered if I don't know the answer, and we'll be answering over the next few weeks. So anyway, love it. And yeah, do use it pretty soon after you open it. But I'll tell you, it's not gonna be a problem. This is not gonna be a problem. Like, I will be surprised if this is even open or even still, you know, in here a couple of days later. So awesome things. Go to Cut to Carb on Instagram. Tell her you talked to me. Tell her you saw it. Go check out some of the other people's recipes. There are a lot of them that are fried. A lot of the keto people are frying their cut to carb. I think you can do a lot of that in the air fryer. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm so loving this. I'm so loving this. So thank you to Dax and to Dax Spices and to Simple Living Products for introducing me to cut to carb. Super pumped about it. Anyway, thank you very much. So Kim, what did you miss? So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Gonna go ahead and eat. I have a feeling that I've got another long day ahead of me tomorrow with hospitals and getting people in and out and going to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. And I've got to start typing up these recipes because y'all are gonna definitely want these, right? You definitely want these recipes. Okay, and let's see if Dusty is up for saying goodnight. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, he's hoping he's gonna get some of this. Yeah. So Dusty's coming to say goodnight. Come on. And he got a haircut. So everybody be sure and let him know you saw his haircut. Oh, good stretch. That's a good stretch, buddy. So Dusty is here with his new haircut to tell everybody goodnight. And he is checking out. He is checking out. Or look at him. He's like, what is all that? I want it. I want it. And yes, and you want to know how to do the massage too, don't you? So we'll have to find out about that. But anyway, everybody have a great week. Don't forget to do your homework. And if you go over to Cut to Carb on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever, tell them we said hey and tell her we said thank you for her voodoo magic. Because it is, I'm just telling you, it's awesome and amazing. So good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Good night. Oh, don't forget, if you're watching this later on YouTube, subscribe. It's either here, 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 here. Oh, and Laura said you're a stud muffin. So it's either here, 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 or here. Don't know where we put it. But don't forget to subscribe and to share with a new friend. Good night, everybody. See you next week.